Welcome back. Welcome back. It is a Money Monday edition of Liquid Lunch on Newsmax TV. Breezing through hour two. Things are going great today. We're getting all kinds of viewer feedback today. Text, messages, everything. It's.
What do the viewers say?
I can't even tell you what some of them are saying. We got a lot of haters out there, but there are also people coming in from all over the country saying how wonderful you look. You have a lot of female fans out there these days. One in particular said that I looked particularly nice today, which was nice, amongst the 50 other people saying what a fat, disgusting slob I am, but it happens. The haters, we love the haters as much as we love the lovers.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? The haters, for some reason, the haters tune in every day to hate. Then they, haters gonna hate.
That's right.
They hate us because they ain't us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So what are we commenting on? On the rundown, it says, John and Frank comment on the news of the day.
Yeah, well, there's quite a bit. Obviously, the breaking news of the day is threefold. One, New York City's Police Commissioner James O'Neill is stepping aside, and he'll be replaced with the current Chief of Detectives, Dermot Shea. We're talking about President Trump's tax returns.
Dermot from the United Federation of Teachers is going to be the new, not that Dermot.
Not that Dermot.
Oh, okay. All right. I like him.
The president's tax returns are going to have to be handed over to the Manhattan DA.
Not yet, not just yet.
And
might I add, Harvey Weinstein was one of the biggest donors to New York District Attorney Cyrus Vance. So if you want to wonder why, Cyrus Vance cares to go after Donald Trump's tax returns from 10 years ago, remember in the same tone that this evil, wicked, alleged sexual molester, Harvey Weinstein, was one of the biggest donors to Cyrus. Am I wrong on that? Are you going to correct me?
His attorney certainly was.
Okay. Well, we know how that works.
Yeah,
you give the money to your attorney, and he makes the donation, so it's all underprivileged, and they can't ask him any questions, but the gig is up on that.
Well, it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out. And the other story that, we were talking about Elizabeth Warren and her health care plan. She actually got the Saturday Night Live treatment on Saturday. They took some shots at the senator from Massachusetts and her comprehension of how money and the economy works. Have a look at this.
Your plan would cost $20.5 trillion, but other economists have said it could cost $34 trillion.
Right, okay, let me stop you right there. And we're talking trillions. When the numbers are this big, they're just pretend. there ain't no Scrooge McDuck vault. You're right. You ready to get red-pilled? Money doesn't exist.
Very funny.
Here, Frankie.
Thank you.
Try that on for size. I really like Cicely Strong, the one there who was playing the audience member. She's good. And the woman who was playing Elizabeth Warren is great.
Kate McKinnon.
Kate McKinnon.
Yeah.
She's 1,000 times better than Elizabeth Warren. And I also want to point out, you and I are in a much bigger position. We're on this national cable television network, going to 70 million homes 5 days a week. But there are a couple of guys on Saturday Night Live, like Pete Davidson, and the other guy who does the weekend, Colin Jost. You know what? They're up and comers too. We got to give them credit. They are on an hour a week, which is big. I mean, we do 10 hours a week, but I mean, Staten Island is working all across television.
Right. Well, so since you mentioned Kate McKinnon, one of the people that she's played on Saturday Night Live has been Jefferson Beauregard Sessions III.
I love when she plays him.
There's a good chance that Jeff Sessions may run for his old Senate seat against Doug Collins. He's got to make a decision apparently by Friday whether he's going to jump in this Alabama Senate race. It's a colorful Senate race already. You have Doug Collins, who's probably the weakest Democratic incumbent in the United States Senate.
Weak meaning how? Like bench press?
Well, no, in that it's a state that the president is very popular in.
Oh, weak meaning he's not a strong candidate.
Right, exactly.
Not weights-wise.
You have Judge Roy Moore, who's pretty controversial, as we know.
I could do 150.
It's been a while since
I could pound out 150 at least 2 times. No doubt about that. How many do you think this Tim Collins guy? Tim Collins, the general manager of Bobby Vans, is running in Alabama against Jeff Sessions?
No, Doug Collins.
Oh, Doug Collins, the NBA coach, Doug Collins.
Let me play this for you, John, before we go here. President Trump, who is no longer a New Yorker, he's a Floridian, was in New York City this weekend. He attended a mixed martial arts bout and it was reported that there was all sorts of booze. This is the clip that's making its way online. Have a look at this.
I don't hear booing. I mean, I hear a mixed smattering of cheers. I see people like this in the stands with their hands up. Everything has to be booing.
Well, there was some booing and there was some cheering, but Pete King, who was with him and who is a pretty straight shooter,
Pete King from ESPN?
No,
or Peter King, the congressman?
Yeah, he put out a statement.
You keep mixing up all these names.
Sorry. He was with President Trump, and he said that there was basically 80% cheers from when the president walked in and just a smattering of boos.
You know what? And you know what the left-wing media does? I guarantee you they changed the audio. They put in some fake audio. Tomorrow we're going to show you the true audio from the other night when Donald Trump went to the UFC event. No president goes to the UFC event. The guy's a man of the people. But what we're going to do is we're going to edit in like just all cheering so that it sounds like he got, a hero's welcome.
Okay, very nice.
That's what I'm going to do.
All right.
And then you'll correct it at the end and say that wasn't real, but I'll still have made my point.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Makes sense to me.
Is it true that the host of If God Had a Podcast, Pavlina Osta, is going to be here next?
That's right.
Did I say her name right? Osta?
Asta. Yeah.
Asta.
Rhymes with pasta.
Like hasta la vista? Okay. So we'll do a quick hasta la vista to you, but don't go too far, because we're going to be coming back right after this with Pavlina Hasta la Vista, the host of If God Had a Podcast, and our #1 millennial to get...